So Comet's not just a browser, it's meant to be a true personal assistant. And when you hire an assistant or anyone to join your team to help you do your tasks, one of the things you just take it for granted is their ability to use the internet, their ability to use search, web browsing, and all the tools that exist out there on the open web. That's not something you can take for granted with an AI because the model is obviously giving it reasoning capabilities, but AI is clearly going to only deliver value as an end-to-end orchestrated system that knows how to use the browser, how to upload files, how to download them, how to like pull context from relevant tools and data that's only relevant to you and nobody else. So that's where AI is clearly headed next. It's not just about answering questions or being a sycophant
Right.
chatbot that tells you good stuff you want to hear. It's truly about delivering value and you being able to delegate tasks to it.
So let's talk about some of those tasks, because obviously the biggest bottleneck, I think, in all of our lives at the moment, at least in mine, is dealing with both email and my calendar. And frankly, I wish this could also deal with text messages and Slack messages and WhatsApp and the various different messaging systems that are taking place. But coordinating all of that, you are effectively now setting it up so you can connect into these services and schedule stuff via AI, have emails written for you. How good do you think that that technology is right now, and what are the risks at the same time?
I think the technology is getting really good. In addition to Comet, we have a product called the Email Assistant. The main paradigm shift there is it's going to be working in the background. Most of the AIs are working on the foreground. You ask it something and it's responding synchronously to you on that chat window. The future is AIs that are just doing work for you, even as you sleep, without you even asking for it. It's auto drafting your responses to emails that were sent while you were not even active on your device. It's scheduling your meetings on your behalf and moving things around even without you asking for it. And it's prioritizing your emails that are sent to you. That's the future. We're moving more towards asynchronous multitask abilities.
Right.
And that's why we're building something like Comet and background assistance there too. In terms of challenges, it's mainly the ability to pull context reliably, which is, the thing that's solved with all the progress in like frontier reasoning models. And security-wise, we are very clear that like none of the data is violating the SOC 2 compliance. So as a company, we are SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, and we just try to ensure that all the data is securely stored and logged.
Well, so that's what I was going to ask in terms of where the email ultimately gets stored and logged, where the calendar gets stored and logged, because for it to work, I would think the best, you would actually want to ingest all of the email. This is why I've always thought that someone like Google should have an advantage just about over everybody, because they have the email sitting on their servers right now to the extent that they want to allow their AIs to read them. How should we think about that?
You don't need all the emails to be stored in an index. In fact, like the magic of all these tools is they can pull whatever context is necessary on demand and ignore everything else. For example, if you're asking, prepare me for my day, I just need to pull the calendar events for that particular day and the emails that have been unread on the top of your inbox for the last day or two, but not your entire inbox history. And so that's just like a tool call to all these different tools. It's not necessarily like downloading them and indexing them.
But don't I want it? Look, here's the thing, and this is the complicated part. I would imagine ultimately, if you're going to rearrange my calendar for me on my behalf, you would want to know who was important to me, not based on the last 24 or 48 hours of emails, but maybe on the calendar and being able to look back even 2 or 3 years, or maybe be able to look into emails from 7 years ago to get the context on what's going on with this person, how is this person important in my life or not, am I going to prioritize this person over the meeting that's currently scheduled right now? I mean, that's always been the hardest part about this dream that we all have, that AI will one day schedule us for us.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what Comet tries to solve, because it's having a higher bandwidth access to understanding you through not just your emails, but everything else you do on the computer, your browsing history. You're basically onboarding Comet with your browsing history, but all that history stays locally on your device, on your client. It doesn't actually get sent to the servers. But anytime you ask Comet to do something, it tries to understand you by pulling your browser history. So if something is important to you, it is usually revealed in other things you do as well, not just stuff that's on your emails.
You know, one of the things that's so interesting about the way Perplexity works is you are leveraging so many different models. So which models are you using for this component part of the email, calendar, Comet program at any one time, or is it multiple models?
It's, as always, multiple models. In fact, building something like Comet requires orchestration of several different models. One model that truly reasons, one model that pulls context, one model that synthesizes and processes them, another model for like computer use, like capabilities to actually go and control websites or tools. And we see the future as something where people don't. I mean, we've been saying this even in the era of just AIs answering questions, where no one even cares what models are being used for what purposes, as long as this end-to-end system does what the user really wants. I think it's even more true in the agentic world, where the workflows are even more complicated.